Hey, Emmanuel. No, no.
What? Yeah.
Wow. Memo. Money. Hey, Andrea. Hello.
Yes.
Yo, how are you doing today?
Sorry. Oh,
How are you doing today?
Oh, good. Thank you. Just waiting on the students. I think there's one just joining. So let's see. Hello. So we have both Anise and okay, let's see. Anise, and then I'm guessing it's Mohammed, our guest. Let's see. Can you hear me, Mohammed? Let's see. We're going to be waiting for a couple of students just to join us, and then we'll begin the orientation. All right. And what I'll be asking of you guys to please mute your microphone so that we don't have any background noise. Okay. So please, if you're able to just, I'm going to be muting your microphones. Mohammed, could you please let me know what your last name is? Because we have two Mohammeds on this orientation, so I just want to make sure who you are and what program you're in. If you can type it in the chat, or just let me know. That would be great. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to be muting all of the microphones so that we don't have any background noise, so I won't be able to hear you from now on. And now let me see. Let's wait on a couple more minutes until it's actually 3:30, and then we'll begin. I can't hear you, Anise. You're on mute. You're on mute. Yeah, so if you, yeah. All right, so before we begin, and as we're waiting for some additional people to come in, I'm just gonna basically explain how this is gonna go. This is really gonna be a short presentation that will basically show you how our platforms work and what you need to know in order to be sort of familiarized with our platforms, and also who you can reach out to if you have any troubles. And that's actually one of the main reasons I'm giving the orientation. I am your student success advocate. Let me see, Jeremy is, all right. Hello, Jeremy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Jeremy? Hello, hello. Let's see. Let's see. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. And can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. I believe, Mohammed, can you give me your last name, please?
Al-Shetri.
Okay, great. Awesome, thank you. Okay, so as we're waiting for a couple more students to come in, I'm just going to be sharing just the intro information about what this is going to be about. And basically, this orientation will allow you to become familiar with our platforms and who you can reach out to if you experience any trouble. And that's actually why I'm giving out the orientation. I'm your lead student success advocate. So at any point, if you have any trouble with, your instructor or reaching out to them, your course, any doubts on how to upload a document, how to complete certain assignments, you can always come to me. As we finish the orientation, I'll be sending out the presentation in itself, so what you see on my screen, so that you can have something to reference. And then you'll obviously receive the presentation and everything through my email, so you can always reach out through there. And we'll also be contacting you through text if there's any important thing that we want to, reach out to you about, and anything, just so that you know. So let's see. Let's just wait a couple more minutes, and then we'll begin.
How long is this orientation?
It's really short. Normally it's just a sort of tutorial and like certain things that you need to know on our policies, but it's around 25 minutes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And now we have Luisa as well on the line. So hello, Luisa.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, thank you for joining us. And in a minute, we're going to begin. We're going to be beginning at 3:30 on point. And just let me introduce myself. My name is Andrea Varela, and I'm going to be your lead student success advocate. And basically, the reason why I'm giving out this presentation is because I'm going to be your sort of, main advisor throughout your sort of familiarization to the program. And you can always reach out to me whenever, you have any additional doubts or any questions. Okay, Luisa?
Thank you.
For sure. And now, okay, let's see. Let's wait on more minutes and then we'll begin. Okay, let's see, let's begin so that we can get this moving. So I'm actually gonna mute all the participants. So once we get to the Q&A, you can always unmute yourselves and then we'll speak, okay? Just so that you guys know. So I'm gonna be muting. Okay, great. So let's begin. All right, so first off, once again, welcome to CIU's graduate orientation. And basically, this is a virtual dynamic that we like to do first, welcoming the students and just letting them know about our platforms and what you're going to be looking at. And what are the main things that you also look out for in terms of our policies and how we handle attendance and how we handle other stuff that is very important for you guys as graduate students. So First off, some really basic knowledge. Let's see, there's another student coming in. So we have Tara Bracy on the line as well. Tara, welcome. We were just about to begin, so good timing. Let me know that if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
All right, let's begin. So just once again, welcome, Tara, and I'm Andrea Varela, and I'm going to be basically your student success advocate. So any questions that you may have along, your program and getting used to everything that we offer at CIU, you can always come to me, and then I can also be the sort of bridge, and it just allow as well communication with your instructors. And if you have any concerns around the courses as well, I can always serve, as an advising figure. So let's begin. And some basics on the technology requirements, which obviously all of our degrees being online, you'll need a laptop and a reliable internet connection. We have some students that normally come in and they believe that maybe they can do their course work through a tablet or their phones, which we really do not recommend to do so, because there are some documents and certain just specific things that you'll be looking at in terms of documentation, and also just guidelines overall for how your work must be completed, that you will require a laptop or a computer. So that's the first thing. And then second on this slide, we'll see the institutional email and our policies behind it. And basically you'll be, if you haven't received already your credentials by my colleague Dylan, which he is the IT specialist at CIU, you'll be receiving all of your credentials for 3 things. So your student email, your student portal, and then the last and most important thing, your Learn Center, which is where you'll see all of your courses reflected at. And then the student email, the benefits of it is that you actually get access to a Microsoft 365 package. So that means that you can download to your computer Word, the package of Word, Excel, Teams, and several other just products of Word. So that is really useful. And then obviously as well, the policy behind it is that all of the communication that we'll be having with you after the first week has ended here at CIU will always be through your institutional email. So also your instructors will be connecting with you through your institutional email. So it's very, very important that once you get it, once you receive your email, you go ahead and activate it, and then you have it ready. You can actually set up your email so that you can forward. Let's see, we have another student coming in. Okay, so we have Abdullah. Okay, hello.
Just
okay,
2 minutes late. I'm sorry.
Yes, no worries. Thank you and welcome. Thank you for joining us. And we were just talking about some of the technological basics here at CIU, but we're going to move forward. So if you have any questions, we'll wait at the end and we'll answer those. Okay?
Okay.
So, thank you. So now going back to the institutional email, once again, it's very important that you activate it once you get your credentials through Dylan, because all of your institutional communication with the instructors, with us, with other advisors, and even finances or advising, etc. All of our departments will be taking place through the institutional email. The cool thing about the institutional email is that if you don't want to handle 2 different accounts, if you have your personal one, you can actually set it up so that you get all of your institutional emails forwarded to your personal account, so that won't be a problem. And I'll be actually sending an email at the end of this orientation with all of the information and different tutorials on how to do that too. So don't worry, we'll be guiding you through to set it up, okay? And then in terms of the platforms that you'll be using, the 2 main platforms that you're gonna, just gonna be exposed here at CIU are the student portal and the Learn Center. So this the student portal really is a minor site, and it's basically going to be reflecting grades, some account information, payment information, and that's also where you can request your student ID card. But really the most important one, and the one that you will be focusing 90% of your time at, is the Learn Center. And this is where you'll see your courses at, and you'll also get access to all of our just different, tools, and also you'll get access to your instructor information and everything regarding your course. So it's very, very important that you also go ahead and log in before your class begins. So we'll be beginning term 3 April 5th. So your course will actually be available to you the weekend before. So it's very important that you know this, so that you can go ahead and try to log in, from Friday or Saturday, and just take a look at it and get familiarized with everything that you also see on this orientation today. Now, for the MBA program, the first course that you'll be taking is MGT 517, so Organizational Development. And for the DBA program, you'll be taking GRC 600, which is Doctoral Academic Study and Writing. And both of the courses are asynchronous, meaning that we do have weekly due dates for the courses, and these are Wednesdays and Sundays by 11:59 p.m. PST. But asynchronous, meaning that if you choose to do your work beforehand, so you can set it up and work on it on Monday and turn it in, that's no problem. You can do that. And obviously as well, there's a lot of flexibility in terms of if something is happening, I don't know, in your personal life, or something happened that is out of your control, you can always reach out to us, and we'll try to figure out to work something out for you and in benefit of you if that is the case. But we really do want you to respect the weekly due dates. If you work ahead of time, that's great. That's much greater for you and your schedule, as well as the teacher, obviously, and us as your advisors. Now, on the courses, you'll see that I'm going to be showing you how to log in and everything. But you'll see that you have a Start Here folder, and this is where you'll find your syllabus and the instructor's contact information. And you'll actually, it says Start Here for a reason. Some students sort of just skip through it, and they later on come at us and they didn't even know who the instructor was and how to contact them or stuff like that. So it's very important to go through that first folder so that you can actually engage with your instructor and also get access to any sort of comments or any sort of announcements that the instructor gives to the class. Now, all of our terms are 6 weeks long. All of our courses are 6 weeks long. So you'll see that they do go by pretty fast, but that also just to call attention to it, you really do need to be on schedule or plan things out ahead of time, just because you don't want to lose track of time and then, be at the third week and say, oh my God, I'm halfway through my course and I've done nothing, So we do get students that sort of lose the track of time, and then they just struggle a lot. So it's always very important to have that in mind. Now, some additional platforms that you'll see along the program, you won't see them initially. So on the first course, you won't see them, but you will get other classes that use these additional platforms, are the Aleks, Sipnet, and Connect platforms. So basically, these are just extra platforms that will be linked on your Learn Center and on your courses, and you'll be taken there to take either a quiz or submit an assignment. So we just wanted you to sort of know about this beforehand. And either way, once these courses and additional platforms are introduced to your program and to your sort of schedule, you'll be given a tutorial, and you'll probably be given additional orientations on it as well. So don't worry, we always have different orientations, different things available to our students if they're having any doubts on how to handle and how to activate those extra accounts. Now, let's move on to the tutorial, and we'll find ourselves on the main page of CIU. So hopefully you've all been there before, but this is how it looks, the main website. and how to log in into your student portal and the Learn Center. So you'll go ahead and click on students. So right on the top right corner, you'll see students. So you'll just click there and it'll actually throw this menu down, and it says Learn Center and Student Portal. So these are the main two. We're gonna go ahead and log into the Learn Center first. So you'll get your credentials, you log in, and this is the main page that you'll be thrown at. And basically you'll have this first thing that is very important if you don't live in California, because obviously all of our weekly due dates do have this time zone, and this limit. So if you have any trouble, like, I don't know, just calculating the time, or time zone changes for you, whatnot, you can always go back to this and make sure that you're posting at the right times. So now let's see, we're actually going to be taking a look at the GRC 600 class, which is basically the same sort of layout for both of the classes. So I know that we have MBA students and DBA students here, so it's basically the same layout for all the courses, so don't worry about that. This is just once again an orientation, so that you know how to handle the platform and how to upload some of your documents. So like I said, the Start Here folder, you'll see the first thing on the course, and you'll get the course description and then these folders. So the course syllabus, the course overview, and these green puzzle pieces are actually your textbooks or the additional platforms I was talking about. So normally when you see the green puzzle piece, just know that it's either a textbook or your additional platform that you'll be using throughout the course. So this is a good thing to sort of have in mind. And then also, like I said, your instructor contact information, office hours and bio, and then some course announcements, and any questions that you may have, you can also post in there. This is really a very easy to handle platform. You'll see that some of these sort of like layouts even look similar to like Facebook, if you've ever, handle that. So you can add a new discussion, and then you'll just type in your subject and type in your post. You can even choose files and upload them. So obviously we'll see week 1 just as reference for all of the additional weeks. So let's jump into week 1, and you can always see your courses. Either you'll click on the top bar and you'll click on here, but you will also see a list on the sidebar. So you'll see GRC 600 and then all of the weeks on the side. Okay, so for week 1, you'll see that you also get the course layout over here and what you'll see that week, and then your checklist of things that you need to complete for that week. And you'll also be set up with the deadlines for each of the assignments. So it's really straightforward once again. After that checklist, you'll actually get the activities and the links to those activities. So you'll see that you have on top here, you have your introduce yourself Monday, 11:59 p.m. PST. And then down here, you'll actually get the link to the activity. So you'll click on that. And normally these discussion posts will be the same sort of layout. You'll have to add a new discussion, just make sure to read the instructions properly and correctly and, completely. And then you'll just maybe add your subject as in your name and then type your post and submit. Always make sure that you submit it or that you save changes on some assignments that we'll see in a bit. You'll actually see that those buttons do change, so that you'll get submit or save changes or save progress. So always make sure to click on those buttons, because we do get a lot of frustrated calls of students that say like, oh, I sort of posted it, but maybe I forgot to, click the button, and then where's my work? And they most probably lost it. So go ahead and always submit it before you, exit the page. Also, one of the things that we do advise for students to do is to work on a document, on a separate document. So if you can go ahead and maybe copy and paste the instructions and then work on a separate document before you post them, that will be, I think, the smartest decision to make, because sometimes these platforms refresh consistently. So if you haven't submitted your work and maybe you get up to go get a cup of coffee and then you come back and you'll see that you've lost your work. That is because the pages refresh, and you don't want that to happen to you. Believe me, I've done that myself. I've taken courses with the platforms before, and it's very frustrating. So, just work on a separate piece of work document. Also, sometimes if you have maybe problems with the internet or something like that, obviously your work won't be saved. So we really do advise that to be the case. Now let's go back to the week 1. And we've seen the introduce yourself. And basically for the discussion questions each week, it'll be the same process. So you'll get the week 1's discussion question. You'll get all of your instructions, the layout, everything that you need to sort of complete. You'll get the links to different articles in bold and underlined, like this example right here, and then everything that you need to work on. Obviously, you'll get a reminder of your due dates, and then you'll just have to add a new discussion and post your work. Normally, these discussion questions do ask you to have a minimum of words. So you'll see that to earn full credit, post an initial response of 200 words, and then the responses to two other class members are actually 75 words. So if you also have trouble with that, because sometimes the word count doesn't really show on this page, once again, you can always work on a separate document and see that your word count is correct before posting. Once you've submitted the post, you'll see something like this. So you'll see your name, and if you decide to also share a picture, you'll see your picture and then your link to the discussion post that you've made. Now let's go back to week 1, and then really the other types of assignments and things to complete that you'll see are the quizzes, the assignments, and then the quizzes are basically, I'm going to show you how that looks. You'll see also the instructions and then just attempt quiz now. Obviously, I cannot open it because, well, I can try actually. Let's see if I can start attempt, and then you'll see the quiz basically pop up, and then you'll have actually for the quizzes you get 3 trials. So you can always go back and actually boost and raise your grade. Make sure to always familiarize yourself with all of the instructional materials first. But you do get 3 trials, and that is something to share. Now for the week 1's assignment, it changes a little bit because this is an assignment that you'll have to work separately on. So you will need to submit a template or submit a document. So you'll also see all of your instructions on the course layout. So you'll see all of this before you actually get to submit your document. You'll see your grading summary. So once the teacher has graded, you'll see your all of your grades up here, and actually under submission status, you'll also get sort of a rubric. So you'll get these columns, and the teacher, obviously with the grading that she or he does of your document, you'll see a column highlighted for you to know why you got the grade you got. So let's see, let me show you how to submit a document. So once you scroll all the way down on your assignment, you'll see this button, and you'll go ahead and want to add a submission. So, and you'll see this online text box. For week 1, you only need to post an online text, so you can work on it like directly on here. But for additional weeks, so let me actually show you how week 2 it looks like, because you'll actually get a sort of drop down link where you can upload the Word document. So let me show you how week 2 looks for the assignments. So week 2's assignment, you'll see the same thing. So the grading summary, the submission status, and down here you'll see, let me remove submission so that you can actually see how it looks. Okay, week 2's assignment. edit submission. Okay, yeah, so you'll see something like this pop up. You'll see the online text version, but you really do want to go ahead and upload a file from week 2 onwards. So you will just need to click on the arrow, and then you'll be able to, on this sidebar, you'll get to upload a file and then choose a file from your documents. And then you'll obviously just want to choose a file, choose for upload, and then these buttons are the ones that are crucial. Go ahead and upload this file. But once you've seen that it's uploaded like this, go ahead and scroll down and save the changes. These are what I meant. Sometimes our students believe that by uploading this file, it's done. No, also need to click on Save Changes. And once you've actually, saved the changes, you'll see that your status changes, and you'll see that this becomes green. So it'll say submitted for grading. And then once the teacher has graded it, your grade will actually appear on this side. Okay. So let's go back to week 1. And then really for week 1, I think the quizzes we already saw. And now actually within the Learn Center, I'm going to show you how to also reach the tools that we give access to. And you'll see that in all of your courses, at the end of this line of weeks, you'll see supplementary course resources. So you'll go ahead and click on that. And you'll get access to Grammarly, tutor.com, and different other tools that we give access to. So Grammarly, you'll actually get access to a premium account. Once you've activated your email account, like I said before with the credentials that Dylan sends out, you can always go ahead and email me. And to make it easier for you, I can send out an invitation to your email so that you will only have to accept the invitation and then download everything from there. If you choose to do the process manually, you'll have to go into your course, go into supplementary course resources, click on Grammarly, and then you'll actually have a PDF document where it shows like the instructions on how to download it. So you'll see here, please use this document, and you'll get to the PDF file that lets you know how to do it. Let me see if it opens up right now. Yeah, you'll see this, and you'll see the instructions, and you'll have to type in an access code and activate it by yourself. But if you want, the easy way through, you can just email me, and I'll be glad to send you the direct invitation. And then from the Grammarly account, you can actually download Grammarly to Word, to any of the package, the 365 package apps. So you can actually download it for Excel. You can actually download it for your web browser, so that if you're typing something in, even on your course room, you can always check it with Grammarly. So it's very, very useful. And obviously with the premium account, you get just like access to different sorts of things that the normal accounts or the free accounts don't get access to. Let's see, let's go back to the supplementary course resources. You'll also get access to tutor.com. And tutor.com is basically just an app. If you have any questions on maybe something you're writing or a paper that you must submit, and you can't, I don't know, for some reason you're writing at 2 a.m. and you want someone to go ahead and double check your work, and you can't reach out to us or something, you can always go to tutor.com, and there's actually a list of 24/7 available teachers, and they can help you out on your work. You'll only have to go ahead and click on this link, and you'll get direct access to tutor.com. Now let's go back to the resources. And then just another 2 different things that I want to share with you is the Learn Center, which is our online library. I think that for the DBA students, it's going to be a lot of help. And you can just click on this, and you'll actually get redirected to the Learn Center. And this is basically where our big database is at, and you can look up anything that you might as well be working on and get, different academic papers and research tools on here. So once again, this is a direct logins, so you won't have to activate anything else. You'll get direct access to it. Now let's go back to this page. And then lastly, if you want to go ahead and log into your Learn Center and you see that you don't have a course yet reflected on your page, do not worry. This is normal. Like I said before, you will actually only get access to your course 2 days before the start date, so 2 days before April 5th. And you actually do get access to self-paced courses. These self-paced courses are just basically sharing the layout of our courses, and just so that you know for yourself, and you can go ahead and look at everything for yourself and how it works. And you'll get these 2 courses available to you, which is first CIU steps and self-paced APA course. So you can always go ahead and take the first one or the second one, whatever you choose, and you'll be watching this, basically our layout. So the start here folder, the module 1, module 2, all of it, and just how to go ahead and log in, not log in, introduce yourself, complete the modules and the quizzes and everything. So it's just a really, once again, a self-paced course that will allow you to get used to our platform and how it works. Now, on the top bar, you'll also see that you get direct access to your student email. So once you log into the Learn Center, if you're looking to be redirected to your student email, you can just click on here and it'll actually open up. It's not a direct login, so you still need to type in your account, but you will be provided that, so don't worry about that. Now, also on the top bar, you'll see the student portal, the student resource center that we just looked at, and the online library as well. Now, another additional button here that is very helpful are the help desk tickets. So if you ever experience any issues with, I don't know, I can't log into my student email, or something is going wrong with me uploading a document or something, you can always go ahead and click on help, and you'll be able to submit a help ticket and we'll contact you. Some of these get redirected to us depending on what issue you're struggling with. But if it's IT related, you'll actually get a call by Dylan, which, like I said, he's our IT specialist. So let's go back to our presentation. And the last thing that I wanted to review with all of you guys is the attendance policy. And this is very, very important to stress here because some students get confused on what attendance is and what attendance is not. So what is attendance for CIU is submitting your academic assignments, engaging consistently with the platform, with your instructors, taking the test, posting in your course forum, and actually engaging with your colleagues. What attendance is not is just logging in without any active participation. So if you're just logging in and maybe taking a look, that will not count as attendance. And also using a student research. So maybe you're using Grammarly consistently, maybe you're using tutor.com even, but you're not posting your work on the platform, that doesn't count as attendance. So we want to stress this just heavily because actually just in line with our policies, students who fail to attend for 14 consecutive days within a term after the add drop period will be eligible for withdrawal. So if you reach those 14 days, you'll be getting a notice through email, text, and even call, and then you'll be unfortunately withdrawn. So this is something that we want to avoid, and obviously just to make consistent progress and to just go ahead and reach your academic goals, you also need to be, consistently attending to your course room for sure. Now, just an overview of the tools. I think some of these so yeah, we saw the Learn, the online library, we saw the tutoring.com, we saw the Grammarly, Student Advisor. Obviously, we get, you actually will get access to 2 different departments of student advising. Firsthand, it's for your first 3 courses, we'll be taking care of you. So the Student Success Advocate team will be taking care of you. And then once you've reached your 3rd course, you'll actually be pass on to the academic advising team, and they will basically help you with everything that is next, anything heavier. But we're always available for you either way. The second team is made up by Eduardo Hernandez and Tina Azzi Minobar, but you will get introduced to them as well later on your program. For the student success advising team, it's myself and Alejandra. So soon enough, you'll be in contact with both of us. And once again, don't be shy. If you ever need anything, have any trouble, experience any any issues, you can always go ahead and contact us. Now, the ebooks, like I said, the green puzzle pieces on your Start Here folder, that is where you'll get access to your ebooks. If you need any additional resources, you'll get them on the online library, as I mentioned before. And then we have the self-paced courses and our CIU channel. Our CIU YouTube channel is very helpful because you'll get basically access to a wide array of tutorials, different tutorials on how to handle your email, how to upload documents, how to see everything, basically. And I'll be sharing that link with you through the email at the end of the orientation and reviewing everything that we see on this presentation. Lastly, I'd actually want to talk about the Turnitin Sandbox, because this is actually the plagiarism checker on our page. And the plagiarism checker can be found, I'm actually going to show you as well on the Learn Center how you can find it. So if you see on the top bar here, you'll see the Student Resource Center, and you can go ahead and click on that. And you'll see that you as well get like all of the resources that we talked about, and some additional ones, really. The tutor.com, you'll get templates. You'll get APA templates here. If you maybe have some issues with APA formatting, you can always go ahead and download these and actually work on your documents directly on there. It saves you a lot of time if you don't want to go ahead and go through the whole formatting thing. You can just use one of our templates. And then you'll see here on important resources, you can click on there, and then down below, let me check the Turnitin Sandbox. Here are the contact information of the two the advisors that I was talking about, so Eduardo and Tina. So if you need to reach them, you can always go ahead and also get their contact information here. And then down here, you'll get the Microsoft Office package, Grammarly, and the Turnitin Sandbox. So the Turnitin Sandbox, you can go ahead and click on that. And if you want to check what your plagiarism percentage is, you'll just need to go ahead and add submission. Let me check. Yeah, so here, add submission, and you'll be asked to upload a file. So you'll choose a file. I'm just going to choose this one, this random one, and you'll save the changes, and then it'll actually tell you the percentage, not of plagiarism, but if it's original. So for this one, it's 100% original. So you can always check that and be sure of what you're putting out to avoid any issues with your instructor or with the academic team. So let's go back to our presentation. That was a Turnitin Sandbox, so that was a complete overview of our tools. And now if you have any questions, we're open to that. One last thing that I think is very important for you guys to know that is available to you if you have any questions is the academic catalog, which you can find actually on our main site. So if you scroll all the way down, all the way to sort of the credit area, you'll see your resources, and then you can go ahead and see the course catalog. Once you click that, you'll get redirected to a PDF document that basically has all of the information that you need, from the university. You'll get access to all of our policies, to everything about your program, to credits, to financial aid, to everything. So you can always go ahead and take a look at that if you have any quick doubts. Obviously, we're also here for that, so you can email us if you need something clarified. But yeah, I think that would be it for the orientation. So if you have any questions, now's the time.
Yeah, can I ask? I have two questions, Andrea.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for having us today. This is amazing, like introduction that gives us like a lot of enthusiasm to start our PhD. So, regarding the first one, you mentioned that you're going to handle the successful, the student success team will
Yeah.
handle the first 3 weeks, correct?
The first 3 courses.
Course, not weeks. So it means 18 weeks.
Exactly.
Okay, so because I see this is the Mr. Eduardo, the one of the academic advisor, you have assigned one of the advisors for alphabetically, like from if you have a from letter A to, for example, E, so you have Mr. Eduardo. If you have from letter C and above, so they have the other advisor.
Yeah, Tina.
Okay, perfect. So regarding the Turnitin, so if I'm going to, for plagiarism, if I'm going to turn in to check my paper before I submit it, how long the system, because this is the Turnitin will be the same system gonna get to submit the original paper will be graded.
Yes. No,
So how they gonna keep it, or because I don't like to avoid duplication, because if I'm going to check for my first pre-paper before submitting, I don't like to submit it, the original paper and matching together with high percentage. You get what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, once you turn it in, like you will be checked on that paper, but the Turnitin sandbox just works as a resetting. It will reset the document. So you'll save your document. You will upload it only if you get a high percentage. It'll show, and then with that percentage, you can work at it on your own. So it'll basically just send out a reference number, but it won't stay on the platform. So it won't actually upload on the platform. It will just give you the percentage, and that's it. It will actually be resetted. So it won't be kept on the...
Yeah, that's my question. So because as I said, because at the end of the day are working with the system, the system understand if there is a matching, gonna give you the percentage. If no matching, so we don't like to submit pre-paper and then we submit the original paper, and at the end of the day you are submitting with your own paper, you are matching with your own paper.
Oh, yeah, no. That's not going to be a problem, because the system itself will also see who is uploading what. So basically, the Turnitin sandbox is directly linked to your account. So it will see, oh, he uploaded it on a class, but it's not matching to that. So it won't be a problem. Like that doesn't happen, like being plagiarized, your own document plagiarized, because the system knows that it's your account, that it's your paper that you've submitted on the class.
But the system gonna differentiate, distinguish between this is a paper like for pre-test and this is the original paper. This is my point.
Yes, correct. It does make that differentiation. That doesn't happen.
Okay, thank you. This I'd like to know. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Any other questions?
When are we getting our credentials, please?
All right, so actually, Mohammed, I'm going to be checking in with Dylan today. So I'm going to make sure that Dylan sends out all of the credentials that we have in line by today. So you'll receive an email. Either way, I'm going to be sending out this presentation and everything that you, different videos as well on there. So if you, for any reason, don't receive yours, just let me know, and I'll make sure that you receive them this weekend. Okay?
Thank you so much.
We don't want any delays on that, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, Mohammed. Anything else that anyone would like to address?
Oh, Andrea, so thank you for your presentation, and I have a question. So at the end of every course, there is every 6 weeks, right? So
Correct.
it ends, and immediately the next one starts.
Correct.
Okay. So we
Yeah.
get the grade, you pass, and then immediately the next one starts.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, correct. Once there are a couple of weeks. So, for example, in this term, we do get a break because it's spring break. You do get a break, but you will be notified that, and you will get additional time from week to week. But for the most part, you will be ending one and going into the next, and that's how you save time as well. And that's why the time of completion of these programs are shorter for our case.
So if they're in a limited classes for per every session, for example, like now, if you'd like to get to more than one class, you can do that, or just you don't recommend?
We really don't recommend it. The thing is that you can, we do ask for the student to take the first class to try it out alone. But once you've completed your first course and then we see that your grades are actually good and everything, you can actually ask for it. So if you want to take 2 courses at a time, we can do that. But you do need to make sure that your grades are in correctly and you have a good grade, good finishing grade.
Yeah,
but it is an option once you've completed your first course.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'll be in contact with you, with everyone soon. And once again, all of your credentials will be sent out by this weekend. So once again, thank you. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and answer my email.
Thank
Okay.
you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Sure. Bye.
Bye-bye.